Back in 2007, I just graduated from university, studying a tourism management degree, and always wanted to go into a job that would allow me to travel and experience the business world. And Marcus Evans was advertising for graduate positions, hence I applied, went through the interviewing process, and was hired in the January of 2007. And in the August of 2007, I was approached to actually move out to the Sydney office as a sales manager to open up and start running the DA side to assist with the director of the SP team at the time. So I went out to Sydney, and there was one member of staff when I arrived. Unfortunately, she didn't last terribly long. And from there, yeah, I hired a complete new team, started off with 2 staff, and I've now got a team of 8. They've always been there behind me. I mean, the move was a huge, huge move. Obviously, I couldn't go any further, complete opposite end of the world. And they were there every step of the way in the visa process, in obviously setting me up with accommodation for my first 6 months, lovely apartment overlooking Sydney Harbour, so, you know, can't complain. My boss, obviously Bullet Halil, was there every step of the way, keeping in contact, making sure that I was settling in okay, that I had everything that I needed, and helped me through obviously recruitment and other elements that I hadn't had a lot of experience doing back in the London office. And yeah, I mean, they've always been fantastic. I mean, I can't complain at that. Looking for somebody who's got a little bit of edge to them, somebody a little bit different. You know, they've got a bit of like tenaciousness, somebody got a bit of get up and go edge to them. Not worried about people saying no. You know, there's a lot of fear of the loss in the job that we do, and obviously that can't be something that we get worried about on a day-to-day basis. So somebody who's got that level of energy and enthusiasm to just keep going, being persistent and get through to the decision makers, that's what it's all about. The team's obviously motivated by what we do on the whole. They're very into the product that we sell anyway. So once obviously you've got that belief in what we're doing, motivation is very easy to follow. So they're motivated, yes, by getting sales in, and the way that I obviously control that is by looking at the quality and making sure that that's always going to be consistent from their side. They're also motivated in many different ways, and it's finding out how people are motivated. Is it by money? Is it by being recognised? Is it by promotion opportunities? Do they want to travel? Is it going to a summit? You know, whatever it may be. So everybody is motivated in a separate way, and it's by knowing what you can say to that particular team member to motivate them maybe at a time when they're not so motivated or struggling in the sales process. So yeah, so that's how I go about it. Never give up. It's a long road, it's not easy, we all know that, but people in the company like myself have been where a new starter has been, and it's just about putting in the hours of the research. You can never do too much research, because obviously the research leads to great leads, calling great leads, obviously pitching, and then the deals come in, so that's where it all comes from. So it's really just focusing hard, and if they really want it, then they can get there. We obviously review by looking through popularity reports from the previous year delegates, you know, who was good, who wasn't so good, who we're going to re-invite, and we always only want to invite a small percentage of those previous delegates. And the way we get better delegates, we just keep pushing ourselves. You know, if we didn't get the top companies last year, we want them this year. Going with a bit different, you know, sales strategy, different tactic, you know, offer them something a little bit more, you know, tell them how exclusive it is and so forth, which really obviously gets the delegates here. It's also selling to them what they're actually going to be getting from the event in terms of, you know, here at CMO today we've got 90 different CMOs where they can all network and talk to each other, and it's about that peer interaction. it's also, you know, meeting the different sponsor companies that could take them on to do many better things with their companies and get that return on investment and get ahead of the competition. So that's what we look at, you know, it's really at the bigger picture, how we can improve. And leading up to a summit as well, I work very, very closely with my sponsor team in terms of, you know, what their sponsors want, you know, who they want to meet. And also then speaking to the delegates and finding out, you know, what they want and trying to match the two together and doing a lot of preparation work with a DA team. So again, they know what we're looking out for and what the aim is. And obviously we want to try and get as many rebooks at any particular event to make it bigger and better for the next year as well. When I look back at something that when I walked in that very first day, this is like, what have I let myself in for? But as the weeks and months went on, it was definitely, you know, you could see what I was told in the interview, that yes, you can do a lot of traveling, and Marcus Evans is basically your compass to the world is your oyster. They've certainly sent me to many wondrous locations around the globe, and yeah, Sydney is now my home.